Hello out there, this is Ed Doherty, scratching the back of my head, also known as the CNC Dude here on YouTube. Actually, CNC Dude 5X. I wanted to introduce, my picture's on the wrong side, a new series I've been working on with Immerse2Learn for Autodesk Fusion, used to be known as Fusion 360, now it's just Autodesk Fusion. And also with Rick Cavalier, who's also done all the Mastercam projects, also 2026 version. This one I'm pretty proud of, this lathe parts right here. They assemble all together, and they're bigger than some of the other projects that only use 1-inch diameter material. These parts are 1 3/4 or 1.75 diameter, good size. Aluminum, and you can upgrade to steel or stainless later if you want to teach some speeds and feeds. But they assemble. The middle row would be the first 3 projects, 1, 2, and 3. They assemble all together, and then you have 4 and 5, which only assemble to themselves. They're a little bit bigger, and they also have some internal threading. And the last one has a number 6, which is a multi-axis or live lathe part. Just to teach basics of live lathe. And if you don't have a 4-axis lathe or a 3-axis lathe, you can still teach it and you can simulate it, just can't really make the part. We don't have a live tool lathe at our school. We could probably move this to the 4-axis milling machine, which would be a nice 4th-axis project. Either way, anyway, that's our 6-part series, and there are also challenge parts built in this, so you can make 12 of these parts. But we like all students to do the first 3, and then after that, if they run out of stuff to do, you go 4 or 5, and it's 6 if you have a live tool lathe. This also has like an assembly together with sectional views. It's a really good way to teach blueprint reading if you have them draw all these parts. It's probably since we started utilizing like CAD and draw the part and CNC or CAM to manufacture the part in either Mastercam or Fusion and then really make the part. That process, which has been proven by many people out there, especially Titan Gilroy, it works very well versus the old methods of hand G-code and stuff like that. Let me also reveal the milling parts. Hold on a second. Okay, the milling part starts off with a real basic plate and put your name on it. I may come up with a little bit more challenging part than this. I really prefer if all our students would engrave their name on all their parts, which is what we do at our school. We teach engraving, and it's better organization in your classroom. This one here is our rectangular block. Uses 3-inch wide material by 1-inch thick. Pretty good size. Teach a lot of basics. They'll draw this part and make it. And then we have this round one, and also we're going to teach soft jaws, how to use them or make them with this particular part. And we like to do all our parts complete. First operation, second operation. So we do them complete. Then we get a little more advanced. This has got bottom cover, spacer, a centerpiece, and top cover. These assemble together like that. And the tolerances are plus nothing minus 3. They're a little bit tight there. I had one person make this and it wouldn't assemble. So I thought this is a good way to teach assembly. This will all screw together. You got, and I scaled this down. This was an older version with 4-inch wide. I scaled it down so you can use the same material size as these. 3-inch wide material, 1-inch thick, and however the cut length is. So they're not 4x6 anymore. They're scaled down about 20%. So you got your sectional views. You got all these different views here. And right there, see that dimension right there, 4.623 plus 3 minus nothing. And when you made this part, which slips through the other two, if you don't get it right, it don't fit. It's a good way to teach tolerancing, and I think assemblies are a nice way to make sense out of what we're doing. You can even have one person make one part and see if his part fits in the other one. So it's not necessarily just, you can tell right away without measuring that it's either correct or not correct by the fit, because we're working in 3,000ths tolerance. Or if I were to split this in half, which would I normally do, I would be plus or minus 1 5/10 on each side. So this is our new series from Immerse2Learn, and we have this in Mastercam and also Autodesk Fusion. This also has a challenge series, so you got 6 of your basic parts right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in assembly, and then 6 challenge parts if you got kids that are just running out of work. But we teach them all how to draw all these parts from a print, do the cam on the toolpath, and then make these parts. We're going to make all of these. So let's go into Immerse2Learn. Okay, I'm inside Immerse2Learn. It says Total Machinist. Core machinist skills. It's got manual machining, CNC, some Renishaw, some multi-axis cam, NIMS practice test right in here. Pretty much everything you teach out of a book, you're teaching digitally. And I know some teachers actually use these for lecture and tests. I use these for homework grade and test grades. You can rearrange this order if you don't like it. You have complete, or you can turn on or off any ones that you want to pass, or depending on your time. We also have some manual G-code projects in here. CNC manual project 1, 2, and 3. Lathe projects, also manual G-code. And here's our new series here. This is the Mastercam mill right here, which was done by Rick. And let's go to, let's see, nameplate, square base right here. Or maybe let's go to the bottom cover, introduction, mill assembly. There's the assembly again, all right? So we do assembly, and you hit the green button. And up here's your resources. When you download your prints, they're all right here. Some of these are also going to be solid model downloads. And right here it says challenge geometry, challenge, it's all right here. You can have the student download it, or you can have a OneDrive file, or a Fusion can store a lot of stuff too, so you can store your files there. And this will be overview of the assembly, project overview, import the model. So these are short videos, and they can stay on track. Dynamic facing, dynamic pocketing, outside contouring. And now let's go to, let's see now, where were we? Next page. I have these are some from my own school. Fusion lathe. This is lathe. Right here we get project number 1, design the model, stock setup, showing it in the chuck, facing toolpath, roughing and finishing, parting or cut off. Post-process the program, making the G-code, create a setup sheet, and then go to side number 2. And there is a drill and tap on the end, and end cap challenge, which would be a challenge part. You give them the print and see how far they can get with that. Review. And right here we got testing. So we're testing out everybody on this project, and they're going to go through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of these. End cap live access right there. And we have a final exam built in right here. Click to begin. And we get 42 questions and a timer. So that's how it works. But I like to really be proud of this new project series. I would really like to. I do have, I think, a demo floating around on YouTube that if you want to see one from beginning to end, it was actually in its early phases, but it'll get you an idea of how this works. But actually, let me go online and find it right now. Hang on a second. This was my channel. I have my own name and also CNC Machinist Education Network, which has a lot of videos on there. Some are collections of other people's videos and some of my own. I have playlists if you want to look through that. I use these a lot in school when I was just looking for videos. I wouldn't have to go hunting for them. I just look through the playlists. So if we go to videos, and let's see my own videos here. Home on the left here. Your videos right here. End cap manufacturing right here. So this was, we can actually, that's unlisted. Let's not do that one. Let's do the ones that are listed. I was testing some out. Hold on one second. Okay, I found it right here. Autodesk Fusion 360 Cam CNC Lathe Intro Part 2. It must be a Part 1 somewhere. But this is my video of the same series when we actually tested it out in my school and tweaked it so we got it right. And you can follow the video. And it'll go right through the part and all the... It's pretty much a little lesson on one of the components of the series right here. So, with that being said, I want to just welcome you to the new Immerse2Learn series. We'll probably be, I'm going to be adding a multi-axis and a 3-axis on the Fusion, and the other one's also got, Mastercam's got 3-axis also. So we're going to be adding in some of those. Hopefully you'll be done by the H-Tech in Alabama 2026. So we'll be revealing all those later on. Okay, so if you want to check it out or contact Chris at Immerse2Learn or me, and I can kind of steer you in the right direction of how to use this online training program. We call it the one-stop shop. You can get all your training for your classroom in Immerse2Learn, and we've actually added now a lot of CAM or CAD/CAM projects to make it complete. So we got manual projects, we got G-code projects, we got blueprint, GD&T, and we now have CAD/CAM. So we have everything you would need to run your classroom. Okay, this is Ed, the CNC Dude, signing off.